and Jet Saragi. A lot of work to do from our pole sitter from race 1. They get out of the last corner, and it's actually going to be Adelaide Donaldson who gets a really, really good launch on board the Vermilion Porsche. He slots into P2. First time through the chicane, side by side for a couple of them. There was a Mercedes who died to the inside. That'll be great ahead, who was looking for a run. It was Dawson that cut the cost of, but the field by and large make their way down through. There's some aggressive blocking in the background of that one. I think it's Marino Morello who's picked up the slowdown. Aiden Rankin is trying to grab some spots as well, trying to sneak his way inside the top 10.
Mistakes, they blast by through turn 8. I love this viewpoint. It gives you a great view of how hard they're pushing, as that's 2 Astons in the wall there.
Yeah, 2 Astons that started turn 8 on the outside. They'll all manage to slot in. Might be okay. It was a brush with the wall, but it seemed actually some of the softer wall contacts that we've seen down at turn 8 thus far this evening. Cold tyres, challenges the best. It really pays off, but it's one of those things you've got to know when to pull the trigger. And
18th off Ryan Bell. Now, Damon Woods from 3rd here at the moment. We're seeing the top 3 break away a bit. I suppose you could call it a top 4 breakaway with Sam Chapman right there in the Vermilion Mercedes as well. I think in these early stages of the race, if I were in Woods' position, I would now worth of racing to go. And on a track where it's very easy to make mistakes, the Mustang teammates off and over the curb at the exit of the Duquetteville hairpin. This is going to get a bit tight.
Yeah, and Ryan Bell, I think, just about got into the rear bumper of Jet Saragi, who's already up quite a number of spots for him as he tries to cut his way through. 30th spot down through to 21st. This is what happened through the chicane.
That might have been Jaden Green, Benjamin Wilder, and Kurt Chapman, or potentially Isaac Curtis. That was a really tough one. It's not often you see pile-ups on the start-finish straight around here.
For the turn 1, turn 2 chicane, there's a long distance to get back to pit lane from this one. I'm keeping up to date with Jet Saragi, who's up to 20th spot at the moment. He's tracked down Harry Dodds, will be his next victim in 19th spot. In the meantime, keep an eye on the 83 machine, attempting to make its way back to pit lane, and it's going to be a very, very long drive back there. Saragi will pick off another spot, so he is up to 19th. Next victim for him will be Stephen Tonkin. How about the battle? Porsche, Mercedes, 2 Porsches make it in the top 7. I'll tell you what, pick up an onboard shot for somewhere in the middle of this pack.
Steering lock, the drivers crank on to get around that hairpin. 2 hairpins around this place, and a lot of steering input required to get through them. Adelaide's one of the places where mechanical
This will be an interesting one as well. Jet Saragi's just bought a pack of cars. He ran down Corey Bennett. He's got that job done now, so he's also worthwhile just keeping in the back of your mind. He's got the 17th spot. Next victim for him will be Sam Sutton. And Sutton, I believe, has been picked off by Reese Wakefield as well. Wakefield now just comes through the chicane. And that was a big moment for Saragi. So
have a look at this. For Jet Saragi, just coming off the curb of turn 2, wiggle to the right, to the left, and that was so close to a massive slide. Jet Saragi is pushing as hard as he dares around here, and he's throwing caution to the wind coming into that first chicane. Will it be the same coming into the hairpin as he rounds up on Sam Sutton, moves to the inside, and he's alongside the Logitech G-Orbit Drop Air Aston Martin, and he is through as easy as you like. At least that's how it appears from the exterior. Probably not the same story from behind the wheel.
Well, Jet Saragi's just at this point going to start getting comfortable passing Aston Martins. He just seems to have the performance, the Italian mark of Lamborghini.
No, this is how it happened for Rankin. He was behind Dylan Shepherd, and it looks like he actually ran into the how he's holding on to that. I have no idea.
The big battle. We actually need to go back and have a look at Marino Morello at this point in time. He had a terrible run as he came through turn 1 and turn 2, and that is Jet Saragi, who's currently having a go. This has been triggered by that bad run from Marino Morello. Owen Coleman tried to go around the outside through turn 4, but there's an opportunity to get this car back out in the racing circuit in clear air. Eli Donaldson might just take it. Saragi gets to the inside of Coleman. There'll be a little bit of paint exchanged, and Owen Coleman has just been sent a Saragi message. A message from Italy and the Max Boost team.
10. We'll keep an eye on Saragi, though, because it looks like he's going to round one up on Marino Morello here. Big look up the inside of turn 4, but it's not quite enough.
Front ripped off. He's barely got drive. He's barely got turn.
Wow.
And
yeah.
night over,
dear.
You would say, for car number 97. Been deployed.
The incident here.
Safety car has been deployed.
Yeah, Bennett had no warning at all, and there was no time to react. That's such a shame. He had
Saragi back up to 12 spots. So he has gained. He has net gained out of that pit stop cycle. Olsen, we're going to strong launch out of the final corner. The field has been considered green flag. We are back to green flag racing. Opportunity for the Vermilion squad to chalk up a race win. Saving in that opening stanza. Alternatively, did the Porsche not bring his tyres up to temperature quickly? That was shepherding extremely deeply, and I believe contact with Lachlan Capel.
And it looks like...
a mile back.
Yeah, that was a very optimistic move from Shepherd. We'll see how Zach Rattray White got the move done. It seems like Eli Donaldson ran wide in the hairpin. Whether or not that was intentional remains to be seen. But the battle's continuing here. Shepherd's in the wall. Jet Saragi having to make way for him. And goodness me, it's going off everywhere at the moment. Saragi and Shepherd make contact, and that's huge. Shepherd spins ahead of the field, and the track briefly blocked. Oh dear, this is not good. What was going on? Apparently, Damon Woods had actually dropped to 5th at one point. He was massively on for it, and wow, that's another move there for Jess Saragi, getting up the inside of Alan Dawson. 23 spots up for the Team Max Boost Lamborghini. Interesting car behaviour there from Damon Woods, as it looks like it's just going to work out still in the favour of Sam Chapman, at least until they get to the hairpin. Keep an eye out in your mirrors. They just managed to make it through 2 by 2.
That is Saragi.
Yeah, it is.
No way Jet Saragi's driven from 30th to 6th. That is a standout performance.
It's going to be
and
big.
It might be P5, because at the moment he's going elbows out with Byron Pierce as well in the 560 entry to the inside. Byron will try and get on the brakes. Lewis Greathead's looking for any opportunity to get to the inside. Outside, littered with marbles at this juncture of the road. Clear that one through the staircase. Race control will be aware of that and monitoring. And here comes the move from Saragi to the inside. Shows Byron Pierce the outside of the racetrack. Pierce finds the fence. And now Lewis Greathead's just about on the rear bar as they get there.
Now, who seems to have gotten some more pace on that Aston Martin.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Jet Saragi has a slowdown penalty in 30 seconds for the first chicane. It's right about here on the back straightaway. He's got to find someone to peel in. But Lewis Greathead has got speed because he's not had to lift. He did have a minor check-up. There's Lewis Greathead, a little bit of a cover on the run into the Kentfield. Saragi does pull it up. Must make sure he doesn't get into the back bar.
And Lachlan Capel having a huge moment there through the first chicane. Frankly, I'm amazed that he didn't completely lose that. Saragi's about to make another move back up to P5 now. Nice recovery from the slowdown on the way into turn 8. Dispatches Byron Pierce on the way in.
Yeah, I think Byron Pierce is just being a little bit smart about this one. Lachlan Capel's from that one. Safety car's going to be deployed. And you know who will benefit from that one? It's Jet Saragi. 7.6 second lead is going to get eliminated. Final corner, he is going to go back to green flag racing. Here comes Donaldson. Here comes Saragi.
Jack Stone got crossed up over the bumps coming out of turn 4. That's why he was around. But fortunately, it looks like no one else was involved as Saragi makes the move for 4th there. But
there's so many good stories. There's so many good battles in and around this one. Final lap graphics popped up. Ignore it. 2 by 2 for the top 4. Somehow the zipper comes back together. They're all single file. Damon Woods tags the curb at the final corner. Another door. Another door. Here comes Saragi. Saragi's looking for a hero moment as he tries to find his way through. So much paint has been traded. We might have to get involved with Dulax and get some paint samples out. There's still coming. Damon Woods over the chicane. Given no room. That's cast your votes amongst that top group. At this point in time, the way they're playing, Saragi gets another job done. Is he going to get it to second? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
there was yet more contact between Damon Woods and Eli Donaldson, who's now running away from the scene as that's Damon Woods going to retake second lead. I wonder what race control has to say about that as Saragi pokes the nose out up the inside at the hairpin. Beautiful move from the Max Boost Lamborghini. Can't see for that. Saragi brings the fastest lap down to 17.5. Has he cleared it?
He's still got it. He's still got it. It's clear now. It's clear now. And have a look at how big this Lamborghini's going to get. Is he going to pull out? No, he's going to wait. He's going to wait. He lifted off on the run into turn number 8. But is there some tyre performance? We saw how strong the Porsche was as he gets into the Cat Billy block, but he didn't block it all the way. Saragi gets to the inside. Eli Donaldson's going to look for the switch back at the drive-off. They'll go door to door as they get off of the hairpin. Now it's down through 10. The kick there onto 11. And the comeback might be complete, but Eli Donaldson's got another dog in the fight. He has got something more to say to the final 2 corners of the racetrack. There is 3 minutes on the clock. Now there's 2. Now there's 2 more laps in this motor race. Donaldson gets drive, but cars across the curbs. This one's not done yet. Porsche versus Lamborghini. It's all European. It's all power. It's all the top-end supercars. And they are taking it to each other. They are not afraid to have a squabble through the staircase. And Saragi's forced to cover.
This beautiful driving we're seeing at the moment from both of our leaders here. Donaldson is just nailing every single exit. He's been forcing Saragi to go deep into the corners. Unfortunately, it looks like the exit of turn 7 is going to favour Saragi there. A minute to go, and now.
And Jet Saragi, 30th on the grid. Race 1 didn't go his way. Made a mistake up and over the curbs as he come out of turn 7 in race number 1. In race 2, he had it all against him. He had a mountain to climb, and like his teammate a couple of weeks ago before him, Kane Ryder won on that occasion, but he run both of the races. Saragi won't be able to match that record in the Open Series, but what he will be able to do is the comeback of the season as Eli Donaldson threw it all at him at the last corner for Jet Saragi. What about that? 1 hour, 30th to 1st, an overtake every 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, for Jet Saragi, Team Max Boosted, car number 37. That was a run to the lead. That was aided by some Sud Speed safety cars, but you still have to make it count, and he did tonight.
Yeah, he had to take the long way around, you could say, to get back to the lead after
20,
unfortunately losing it
25.
in race 1.
Yeah.
Dean
For Jet Saragi, for Team Max Boost, that is going to be a huge one. They will remember that one and celebrate that one for a very, very long time. And that is going to be a league moment that goes down in history as well, because he's taken it to the best of the best, run his way through that field, and just put it out there for all to see. The Lamborghini might be a little bit slow when we get later on, but from the streets of Adelaide, it did a phenomenal job. I cannot tell you how difficult that is for him to do. So it deserves a few extra moments of recognition. Eli Donald, go ahead and chat with the winner of race number 2, and we're hearing an absolute youngster, somebody who's still bringing his skills to the fore in terms of the sim. Jet, all to do in race number 2. Obviously rather frustrated with the way that one all ended. Talk to us a little bit about the moment off of turn 7 in race number 1. A lot of pace on board that Lamborghini tonight, and then one little mistake brought it all undone.
Yeah, I just got caught out, lost the rear, and yeah, unfortunately couldn't really get back into it. Didn't had too much damage. Yeah.
Mate, tough. I had to rebound, had to keep your eyes going forward. When you gridded up in 30th spot for race number 2, a lot of work to do, but you got the elbows out into those first safety cars. Look, mate, 30th to 1st in a single race in under an hour in the quality of field. Where does that one rate in terms of your sim racing performances to date?
Oh, that's definitely my best race of all time. It was really, it was tough, but I just had to stay patient and fight through the field one by one, and we got there in the end.
Mate, obviously the streets of Adelaide really, really suiting that Lamborghini, but the big thing I think for Team Max Boost and you guys is you starting to all group up and put it together. What's the next step? Where do you guys want to take this run of form? Obviously, rest of the season from Premier this year to come, but in terms of the team, what's the goals? What's coming? Do you think there's another race win before the end of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my focus is on the rest of PEL, Premier Endurance League, but we're also focusing some of our drivers in the Porsche Cup E-Series in Australia and all the special events mostly.
Mate, congratulations on getting it done and getting through a 30th to 1st. Go and watch that one back. Go and drink it in. Go enjoy it. But first, before you get there, who would you like to give a thank you and a shout out to?
Thanks to my parents. Thanks to everyone at Max Boost, Kane and Vaughan for spotting me, and all the competitors for the clean racing.
Most importantly, between Kane and Vaughan, who do you like a little bit more? Just tell us. We won't tell anyone, I swear.
Depends what mood who's in, so I won't go with that.
Diplomatic. Well done, Jet. Go off and enjoy that one. Have a great night, brother.
You too. Thank you.
Man, a fine performance.